Menteri Rangba ke Jylla Meghalaya Conrad ke sangma haka nyau tarik urempang araja arpusan ulaong. Baka Jylla kelas dang ye kijing ya rapan kenti ye kijing Trei lang bat kari Japan. Da ka bapendan kam ye kijing day ka baklanya pedengki ar liang mamla ka ba kari India kaya sambat katai kari. Ulapan pau kajing sngus kam halor kajing Trei lang kajing shania ba kajing day ka baklan bat kari Japan. Da ka bakdo ba Menteri Rangba do kari India Narendra Modi ula shim ya ka wei pakawai ka sen jam ban pentikna baka nongrem bala bu hapadang kini ki artli kiri kan ajing mento ya baro ar nak benta karoi kapar. Ya kani Menteri Rangba ka Jylla ulapan pau habakran haka 5th India Japan Conclave ka bala long hagwati. Habayakran halor ke Economic Partnership Agreement EPA kabatmu ban penklanya ka jingya day haka liang ka yok ka kot hapadang ki artli kiri da ka bakentiu ya ka khayi pateng bat ka jingbay tingka Menteri Rangba ka Jylla ulaong baka Jylla kala plilat ya ki samla jongka ban lecha hikai na ka benta ban yok kam yok jam ha Japan. Ulaong bamenta san paungot ki nurse na ka Jylla ki Trei haki benta baper jongkari Japan bat san spangot ki dang puli ka kitien Japanese bat kani ka jingken kan nyau sya ka lai hajar ngot bat kala ban poi wat sya ka san hajar ngot haki ni ki South Nam ni san Nam ban wan.
I've been very, I should say, firm believer of the strong partnership, the trust and the relationship between our two nations. And our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, has taken every step possible to ensure that the foundations that were laid truly expand and become into huge opportunities where our two nations can really work with each other and at the same time economically prosper. And it is this relationship and trust and the efforts by our Honorable Prime Minister which has motivated states like ours and many other states to take the step towards improving that partnership at the state level also with Japan. I'm very, very clear in terms of the strategy for a state like ours. We are not a very big state, and there are certain areas of strengths that we have, certain opportunities that we have, and we would like to be very focused in the way we move forward. And hence, whenever we discuss about how Meghalaya should move forward, I'm very clear with my team that we will do few things, but we will do them well. And that principle also drives us in terms of the relationship we have. We will work with few nations, but we will work with them well. And when we work with those nations also, we will focus on few things and do them well. And that is the basic strategy with which we are moving forward. And after doing all the assessment and analysis, we are very, very clear that Japan is one nation where the Northeast and especially Meghalaya will focus and work towards. And that is what has prompted me always to attend these programs, and even this program has been prompted by that focus and that thought process that we had. And you'll be surprised that while the agencies and the teams that were there to recruit the nurses, we only had one nurse who had gone to Japan through that program. And when we dug deeper into it, we realized that our nurses or our citizens didn't have the money for the training program, which cost about $1.5 lakh. And the parents didn't trust those agencies. And the parents didn't want to send the children away so far. So we realized that there is a problem here, but government can intervene and resolve that problem. So that's when we had the job fair. We told the students and the nurses that we will pay for your training, which we have done. And we convinced the parents that we will ensure the safety of your children to the extent that I will go myself to drop them for the first batch, just to make sure everything is good. And that's what happened about a year and a half back. And today we have close to, I just got the most recent numbers. So in about a year and a half, we have sent close to about 50 nurses. And we are now going to be, in the pipeline itself, we have about close to 500 nurses who are learning Japanese as we speak. And I expect that these numbers will swell up to about 2,000 to 3,000, and maybe hopefully even 5,000 in the next 3 to 4 years' time. And that's the kind of focus with which we are working on the human resource aspect. And as we get comfortable with this entire process, I hope that we'll be able to expand our the areas in which they work from just nursing to other skills also. And we could be a very strong human resource provider for Japan. Just to share with you, Japan, of course, as we all know, has an aging population. Meghalaya is, India is young, and Meghalaya is even younger.
Habatin, page bahagi kishab, kashab plus F.
Ka plus F?
Hakabam bangibam dunaki eki bataye kamet. Namar kata habathiru atau kau kamlu ka umpnyang kadut pet ya kashab plus F hakajing som. Yaki nutrient kumki vitamin bat ka iron la icon diat bat ka bathau bha kam kata ika dur jingki marbam ka jing mat lani ka rukam shed yaki. Balehi banai kita. Kadon ka we ka jing mentoy ba kongsan. Ka kot ka kia. Kan nutrition bakam bha kajing im bakam bha pendon kam daki mar ba modon ka sharp plus F menta kasni
Lawan Ra Shafi Lingba ko office jong Commissionerate of Food Safety Meghalaya.